Imagine standing in the vast Australian outback, the Milky Way, a river of silver dust above you. This is the sky Indigenous Australians have watched for over 65,000 years, the world's first astronomers. Long before telescopes, they mapped the stars and read the sky like a book. This book guided survival, travel, and sacred lore. Their knowledge was deep and precise, built on generations of observation. Without computers or writing, they predicted eclipses and tracked celestial cycles with astonishing accuracy. The stars were ancestors, animals, and spirits, characters in stories that encoded vital information about the land and cosmos. These stories were more than entertainment. They were a living library. Stone arrangements aligned with the solstice sun, and oral traditions described exploding stars. This was not a primitive understanding, but a complex, practical science. It allowed people to thrive on a challenging continent for millennia. The evidence is written in the land and in memory. Indigenous astronomy is a powerful reminder. Science has roots that go far deeper than we often imagine. There are many ways of knowing. The night sky was their textbook. Their legacy endures in the stars above. How did Indigenous Australians preserve astronomical knowledge for so long? Through the power of oral tradition, knowledge was stored in stories, songs, and ceremonies, passed down with care from elders to youth. These were not simple tales, but complex systems for encoding information. A story might contain data about the moon's phases. A song could map a travel route using stars. This method ensured knowledge was deeply understood and integrated into daily life. Oral tradition created a resilient, adaptable library of memory. Some stories accurately describe geological events from over 10,000 years ago, now confirmed by science. Knowledge was layered. Children learned simple versions, and deeper meanings were revealed through initiation. This was a sophisticated educational system, ensuring only those ready received sacred knowledge. The sky was their textbook, memory their hard drive. It demonstrates that great scientific heights can be reached without writing or modern technology. The tradition continues, connecting people to the cosmos. Oral tradition is a living science. Predicting eclipses was a true test of astronomical skill. Indigenous Australians used stories as mnemonic devices, encoding clues to predict when the sun or moon would go dark. They built stone arrangements, like Wurdi Yuang in Victoria, that align with the sun's position at solstices and equinoxes. By tracking the sun and moon, they identified danger periods for eclipses. Natural features, like termite mounds, became sundials to track time and seasons. This knowledge was practical, guiding ceremonies, food gathering, and fishing. Their achievements rivaled those of ancient Babylonians, but without written language or formal mathematics. Observation, memory, and a deep connection to land formed their science. There is more than one path to discovery. Their ingenuity is a testament to the human mind. The cosmos was their clock. Their calendars endure in stone and story. Australia's vastness demanded ingenious navigation. Indigenous peoples used the stars as their map, developing songlines, paths recorded in song that described both land and sky. The lyrics detailed landmarks and mirrored the journey of constellations overhead. By singing the song and following the stars, travellers navigated across great distances. In the Torres Strait, islanders used star compasses, navigating by the rising and setting points of specific stars. This allowed precise ocean voyages, connecting islands and communities. Songlines and star maps enabled extensive trade networks across the continent. Goods and stories travelled thousands of kilometres, guided by the sky. This system combined geography, memory, and astronomy into a single practice. It was a science of movement and connection, written in the stars and sung across the land. The night sky was a living map. Songlines were highways of knowledge. The stars linked people and places in a vast web. For years, Western science dismissed Indigenous astronomy as myth. Now, scientists and Indigenous elders are working together, and the results are extraordinary. Archaeologists have confirmed that stone arrangements like Wurdi Yuang are precisely aligned to astronomical events. These sites are ancient observatories, rivaling Stonehenge in accuracy. Oral traditions describe supernovae, exploding stars, matching modern astronomical evidence. Stories have preserved scientific records for thousands of years. This validation is rewriting the history of science. It empowers Indigenous communities and broadens our understanding of knowledge. The desire to understand the universe is universal. The first astronomers were at work in Australia. Their science is now recognised worldwide. Indigenous Australians saw constellations not just in stars, but in the dark spaces between them. The emu in the sky, formed by the Milky Way's dust lanes, is a prime example. Its position in the sky signalled when to collect emu eggs or when to leave them, guiding seasonal activities. This was celestial law, conservation written in the stars. The emu's changing shape marked the passage of time and the rhythm of life. Astronomy was fully integrated into society, guiding diet, ethics, and resource management. Different groups saw different shapes: kangaroos, crocodiles, ancestral beings, each with its own story and lesson. This way of seeing the sky connected science, culture, and environment. The stars mirrored life, and life reflected the stars. There was no separation between sky and earth. Indigenous astronomy is a holistic science. It is a profound contribution to human understanding. The universe was a living story. Indigenous astronomical knowledge is not just history, it's a living tradition. Elders continue to teach star stories, preserving and revitalizing this wisdom. It's about connection to country, culture, and a scientific legacy stretching back millennia. Indigenous astronomers now collaborate with universities and space agencies, sharing knowledge to enrich modern science. The placement of new telescopes, like the Square Kilometre Array, is guided by Indigenous expertise. This partnership shows how ancient and modern science can work together. Indigenous astronomy offers lessons in sustainability and interconnectedness. It reminds us that our actions affect the world around us. The emu in the sky is a lesson in resource management and respect for nature. The legacy of the first astronomers is a gift to all humanity. Their stories still connect us to a deeper understanding of the universe.